have you ever caught yourself wondering, wait, were they flirting with me? Or maybe even better, have you ever thought about the signals you're sending without even realizing it? Well, today we're going to decode that secret language of flirting, all those powerful unspoken messages our bodies are sending out every single day. So let's just start with a quick question for you. How often do you actually think you flirt? I mean, are you a pro at the subtle glance, or are you pretty sure you don't flirt at all? Just keep that answer in mind for a bit.
Okay, now let's bring that question right into today's world. Think about your own social media, your camera roll. What kind of story are your selfies telling? Because as you're about to see, the way you pose, the expressions you make, yeah, that's all part of the very same ancient language.
So why does all of this even matter? Well, get this. A staggering 70%, 70, of all our communication is nonverbal. That means way before you even say hello, your body has already kicked off the conversation. And this brings us right to the heart of it all today, really understanding the power behind these unspoken signals. We're talking about the body's own secret language. So let's get on the same page. What is nonverbal flirting? It's pretty much what it sounds like, right? Using your body language to show you're interested. But here's the really cool part. It's often totally instinctive. This isn't some new thing we made up. It's a universal language that's basically baked into our DNA. And if it's instinctive, that kind of begs the question, are you sending signals that you're not even aware of? Well, the research points to a big fat yes. Just think about that for a second. A 2019 survey found that over 60% of people admit to flirting without even thinking about it. And it's not always about finding a date. Sometimes it's just a way to connect, to be friendly, to kind of grease the wheels of our social lives. And this idea has been on the radar for a while now. Way back in 1985, a researcher named Monica Moore noticed that women were automatically sending out these little nonverbal signals in social spots. Fast forward to 2019, and a huge survey basically confirmed, yep, most of us do it. So today, we see flirting as more than just a mating dance. It's a super important social tool for, testing the waters and building all kinds of connections. Okay, so we've established that it's happening. And a lot of the time it's subconscious. But what should you actually be looking for? Let's dive into the specifics, the key flirting signals. All right, here are the big ones, the classics. We're talking about a real, genuine smile, the kind that makes your eyes crinkle. Eye contact that lasts just a split second longer than normal. Then you've got the self-touching, playing with your hair, touching your face. It's a subconscious way of saying, hey, look at me. And definitely watch for people leaning in closer or copying your posture. It's their body's way of saying, hey, I get you, I'm on your wavelength. But here's the thing, it's not a totally one-size-fits-all language. While a lot of these signals are universal, there are some really fascinating ways that gender can shape how we speak this language. So generally speaking, women's signals tend to be a little more subtle. Think quick glances, small smiles, maybe fiddling with a necklace. They're like little invitations. Men's signals, on the other hand, are often more direct, more about showing confidence, taking up space with an open posture, using bigger gestures, maybe even their voice gets a little deeper. Knowing this difference is huge for not getting our wires crossed. And get this, some signals aren't even gestures at all. Sometimes it's as simple as the color you're wearing. This brings us to something called the red effect. Study after study shows that men tend to see women wearing red as more attractive. It's this powerful, primal signal that our brains are just wired to notice. Kind of wild, right? But here's a twist I bet you didn't see coming. When it comes to actually reading these signals correctly, men get it right about 70% of the time. Women, it's closer to a coin toss, about 50-50. So what's the deal? Well, one theory is that because men's signals are often more obvious, they're just easier to read, while women are left trying to figure out much more subtle clues. So all this stuff works in the real, face-to-face world, but what about online? Well, guess what? This ancient language has found a perfect new home, our selfies. No, seriously, scroll through any popular profile. You are going to see it. That soft smile, the slightly raised eyebrows that look interested, the friendly head tilt. These aren't new moves invented for Instagram. They are the digital versions of the exact same signals we've been using for centuries. And this is a really key point for our digital lives. A lot of the time, it's less about trying to flirt with one specific person and more about just general self-presentation. It's sending out a signal to the world that says, hey, I'm friendly, I'm open, I'm an appealing person. So If you take away just one thing from all this, let it be this. Your body speaks way before you do. It's always talking. Doesn't matter if you're across a table or behind a phone screen, you are constantly sending messages. The real question is, do you know what you're saying? So we'll leave you with that thought. Now that you know the basics of this secret language, take a look around. Take a look at yourself. What is your body really saying?